to Morning Footy, everyone. Now, before we bring him in, let's take a quick look at Michael Bradley's incredible career. He made 571 club appearances, scoring 51 goals, a three-time MLS All-Star across 12 seasons, and he also earned 151 caps with the US men's national team, which is the third most of all time, and played in 2 World Cups. And now he's taken on a new challenge, coaching the New York Red Bulls 2 since June. This is when they won the Eastern Conference, lifting the trophy, which will take them into the final this Saturday when they're going to be facing Colorado Rapids under-23s. Amazing scenes from the youngsters. And with that being said, we're going to welcome in their head coach, Michael Bradley. Michael, thank you so much for joining us today. Congratulations on making the final in your first year of head coaching. I mean, what's it been like coaching these youngsters and then reaching the final at the end of the season?
To work with. I was lucky when I came in June that the team had gotten off to a really good start. And from the first day, standing in front of them and talking to them, looking them in the eye, you could see how into it they were, how excited they all are, how motivated they are to improve and to push themselves every day. So it's been a really fun group to work with, and yeah, we're proud of the way that we've played as the games have gotten bigger at the end of the season. And has it been all that you've expected? What are some surprises maybe that have come your way this season? No surprises. I've learned an incredible amount every single day. But, the biggest thing that I've learned is how much I love coaching, how much I enjoy the part of every single day, trying to find the right ways to engage the group, the right way to put training together, the right way to challenge them and talk to them and make sure that when we get our chance on the weekend to play, that our football is different, and the way that we play, the way that we compete. Whenever people watch us, they look on the field and see a team that is real and exciting, and so that part it's been a lot of fun.
Michael, now you come from a coaching family. Your dad, Bob Bradley, is one of the greatest coaches in U.S. men's national team history. Who would you say are some of your influences that got you into this position, and your style and how you coach now?
Yeah, I mean, look, I when you grow up in a house with a coach, then you learn real quick what it means to work hard. You learn what it means to commit yourself completely to your players and to your team. And so I was, from a really young age, lucky that I had the best example right in front of me. And so the who I am today as a coach, who I was as a player, I wouldn't be anywhere without my dad, for sure. In this last period now, working for Red Bull, I've gotten to spend a lot of time with Jurgen Klopp, and for anybody who has paid close attention to football in the last 10, 15 years, whether it was his teams in Dortmund, his Liverpool teams, how could you not like the way they played? And so the time that I've been able to spend with him in the last year, and the conversations that we've had about football, about culture, life, everything, that part, those have stayed with me in a big way. And so I'm lucky to, I'm really lucky to be able to lean on somebody like Jurgen as well.
And Michael, you're coaching youngsters now who are 16 years of age, who are kind of the age when you turned pro, similar ages to when you turned professionally. What can you kind of see in them compared to when you turned pro, if that makes sense? Are there any differences or similarities? How do you compare it?
Yeah, it's a good question. Generally speaking, the pathway and the infrastructure around the game right now is completely different than it was when I started. And there's more opportunity. There are more games. There's more of an ability inside a club to make sure that every single player is getting what they need, And so we have players that will train with us all week, and then when the weekend comes, In some cases, we'll send guys down to the under 18s. Some players will play with the second team. And then on a lot of weeks, guys who are doing really well will then go and be with the first team. And so your ability to create an environment every single day where you are challenging players, where you are helping develop them in the best possible ways, and then still finding the right ways and the right challenges for them in terms of the games. That part, when you think about the pathway that exists now with academy system in our country, with MLS Next Pro, with MLS, that part's been a real positive.
Now I want to switch over to a team that you know really well. The international break is upon us, so we got to talk U.S. men's national team. Now, you were able to reunite with them back in September in New Jersey. What are your thoughts on the current state of the men's national team?
I think the current state of the men's national team is that in June of next year, they're going to play a home World Cup, and they have an opportunity, probably unlike any U.S. national team has ever had. Obviously, in 1994, we hosted, and that group of players, we're excited and motivated to really, capture the hearts and the attention of the country at that time. That was before MLS. Now, the way the game has grown, the attention, the focus around not just our national team, but Major League Soccer, you can watch every game from every league in Europe now in our country. And so the game has grown in an incredible way, and they are going to get the opportunity next summer to play a home World Cup and represent us, represent our football culture, and really have a chance to make everybody proud and play football in a way that when the world stops and everybody's watching, we're all really excited. And so in speaking to the players a little bit when they were around here, I know how motivated they are for that. I know how excited they are for that. And I'm excited to watch them and excited to be rooting them on every step of the way.
So speaking of that, you caught up with one of the players and your former teammate in Christian Pulisic, who's absolutely killing it in Serie A for Milan. As one of the beacons, as one of the pioneers as U.S. player who went to Serie A and had success before you see player after player now going to Italian football, what about Italian football makes it a ripe ground for U.S. players to be successful?
Look, I don't think it's anything. I don't think there's anything in particular about Serie A. I think generally speaking, the respect for American players has grown in a big way. And so, whether it's Serie A or Bundesliga or the Premier League or, you name it, I think our best players at this point are viewed are held in really high regard, and the top clubs around the world now look and feel like if there's a need at their club our guys are players that they should be really considering. And so I think that, again, that adds to just the part of the way the game has grown in our country. Our national team has more respect. Major League Soccer has grown in big ways and is a real player and a real competitor in the international market. And then you see that with our players, that now the opportunities they're getting in the best leagues at the best clubs, that part is going in a really good way as well.
Michael, moving forward now for yourself and your team, you've got a huge final tomorrow. How are you guys gearing up for it?
We've had a good week of training. Mm-hmm. That's the main thing. Obviously, the week of a final is always about managing excitement and managing some of the extra bits that come along with it. But again, we have a really good group. It's been a great week of training. We'll have our -1 session here in a little bit, and then make sure everybody's ready to go when the whistle blows tomorrow night.
Now, Michael, we're a morning show. We like to have a bit of fun, so I'm going to put you on the spot a bit. You've played with some absolute ballers in your career, so I'm going to ask you to name your five-a-side team of former teammates, starting with the goalkeeper.
Five-a-side. Do I get to play or no?
You can if you want.
All right. In the goal, I'll go with Timmy Howard.
Nice.
He and I played a lot of big games together over the years, and he's somebody to this day really, really close with. So he's going to be in goal. In the back, Marquinhos will play.
Ooh. Okay.
He was a young player when he showed up at Roma, and it took about 5 minutes for everybody to realize that he was going places, and he was a really, really, really good player. In the midfield, it depends a little. If I'm not playing, then I will play Daniele De Rossi in the midfield. I'll let him take care of everything in there. If I get to play, then maybe I'll play Landon Donovan in there with me.
Good shout.
And then up front.
Oh, Michael, hold on a sec. Before you go in, you said if you played, but if you didn't play, who's the other midfielder to pair with De Rossi?
If I don't play, one more midfielder to pair with De Rossi?
Yeah.
No, then I'll well, in some, I mean, as I'm putting it all together, I'm thinking that Marco Reus and Francesco Totti are going to play up front. So we just got to figure out how to arrange it all.
Man.
Like I said, depends a little bit on whether I'm playing or not.
Okay.
That's not a bad five-a-side
It's not a
team,
bad shout at all. Not bad. I love that you gave the smirk when you said that. All right, up top, you got one more. Without you in there, one more. Who's your go-to striker?
Yeah, if you're gonna let somebody play up there, it's gonna be Totti for sure. His ability to score goals and create goals was pretty unique.
Wow, look at that five-a-side team.
Yeah, look at how young Marquinhos looked. They called him
I know.
Marcos Jr. back then. Incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. So absolutely incredible. Okay, then, Michael. Good luck tomorrow. We hope it all goes well for you and your team in the final taking place tomorrow, which you can all watch on Apple TV. Good luck in all of that.
Thank you guys very much. Appreciate you having me.
Okay, New York Red Bulls 2 taking on Colorado Rapids under 23s. You can catch that tomorrow. But don't go anywhere. We've got more morning footy coming up after this short break.